Hello and welcome to HughTube Prime. I am Hugh and this is Spyro. Okay, so in the previous streams I have gone through each world and got 100%. So that is Artisans, Peacekeepers, Magic Crafters, Beast Makers, and now we're in Dreamweavers. So I've done the hub area, 100% of the hub area. I've done Dark Passage and Lofty Castle, and now I'm on to Haunted Towers, which I believe is over there somewhere. I'll have a look in a sec. I also want to just double check the next, yes, so the next, what's it called? Skill point. The word's right there. So the next skill point is Burn the Blue Hat in Haunted Towers, which I seem to remember is a bit of a tricky one. But we'll give it a go. Continue from there. 2 viewers in the chat. Who have we got? Won't tell me. Why won't it tell me? Nobody. Ow. So, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. Daisy1210, I'm here. Yay! Well, I knew you would be here. Anything Spyro related can't keep you away. I believe you have a Spyro tattoo as well. That's dedication. That's, you know, shows that you like Spyro. I like Spyro. Not, well, I don't have any tattoos, but to be fair, if I had one, it might be a Spyro one. 2 of them. Very nice. There's definitely not many better things that you could have than a Spyro tattoo, to be fair. And here we are in Haunted Towers. So that guy's glowing. I think I need a super flame. Hello? I also need not to get hit again because I'm already down to green sparks. Yeah, I need a super flame to beat these guys. Oh! Wasn't paying attention for a second there. Let me through! Let me through! Fine. Go away. Oh, ow! Oh! I got too close. Didn't realize I was that close. Clearly need to pay a little bit more attention. Hello? Are you going to give me special powers? Oh, aren't you sweet? Ah. I have to go back for that. Because I need to get the first 2 as well. Oh. Maybe charge myself off the side. Oh, thank you. I still wish there was some like cheat to get him to stay looking like this throughout the whole game. That'd be pretty cool. That seems a little bit unfair. Just flaming the guy on the ground, doing nothing, minding his own business. Oh, I have to keep going back to her because I need the super flame to get through that door. Right. Come on, open up. Did I get the... I thought there was a gem supposed to come out of those 2 chests. Maybe I automatically picked them up, I don't know. Fingers crossed, I guess we'll see at the end of the... Suppose I should grab that super flame. Yeah, I guess we'll see at the end of the level if I still need to come back and get those 2 last gems. But I think I probably just picked them up automatically. Charge! Was running out already? Oh, and he wasn't even awake. Aha, Sparks is back though. So just the one. I think there's another super flame. Up ahead. Oh, I guess we'll see. I'll come back if I need to. I'm loving all these dragons with feathery wings.
Dragons know there's magic in a fairy's kiss. See what it can do to your power of flame.
Okay. Hop, 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 hop. Leave me alone. Go away. Thank you. Now I keep wanting to press circle to dash because circle is sprint in Bloodborne, so I keep getting confused between the two games. Hello. Super play me up. You. And you. And the door. And you. And this guy. Yeah. Is that all of them? I think so. Let's heal Sparks up a little bit more. I was hoping for a blue butterfly then, but never mind. Oh, I missed the box. Oh, man. I had that issue being so used to the Switch controls for months that I kept charging off the edge when I started replaying Spyro at the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot when you sort of switch between games. Yeah, to be honest, I think I've gotten a bit better at that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just certain buttons like obviously the difference between sprinting and dashing. There's such similar functions. Your brain just goes, yeah, press this button to do it. Which never mind. Yeah, and definitely I bet with the Nintendo stuff, because they have those two buttons, A and B, the other way round. So yeah, that definitely gets pretty confusing. Remember when I started playing Skyrim on the Switch, I just could not get the hang of it. But then when I swapped them around to the, in quotes, normal way, to the way it would be on other consoles, and that didn't feel right either, because you're holding the Switch controllers in your hand, and for some reason your brain goes, no, it should be the way around that Nintendo wants it to be. But when you're playing a familiar game, that doesn't feel right either. Did I make that? No, not quite. Yes, no. Oh, I don't think I was quite at the edge when I jumped then. So this is the skill point I'm going for with the blue wizard's hat. And it'll probably take me a few attempts, but that's fine, as long as I don't die while I'm doing it. Because it is quite a tricky one. I'll line it up. Huh. Is that it? Nearly? Yes! Ooh, skill point! Okay. Now that's done, let's continue with the rest of the game. Rest of the level, I should say, not the rest of the game. Hop, hop, hop. I'm hoping to get Spyro the Dragon finished today. So this game finished today, and possibly start Ripto's Rage, or well, it depends on the time, I suppose. Depends how much time I have left. Yeah. Oops. I think. Hello. Lutalo. That's an interesting name.
Hold your horns. Here comes Spyro. Patience, little one. You'll soon have the opportunity to battle the one who matters most. Nasty Nork.
Let me at him, let me at him. Okay. I can't get... I can get through this door. He looked a bit defeated before I even came in then. Get out of my way. Mmm, tasty gems. Tasty mushrooms too. Ah, char grilled mushrooms, can't beat it. Right. Ooh, I got another life as well. Right, so up this way. So wait, hang on. Yeah, that was the way I came down, so this way is forward. Oh. Oh, I don't know how he missed me then. Let me get rid. Oh, I was going to say let me get rid of the wizard that's bringing them to life, but I think he might be out of reach for now. Hello? Oh, you're so sweet. Let's get this one as well. It doesn't last long, does it? Ow. I think I need it again right now. Deal with him. It's definitely not the end of the level. I didn't see an obvious other way. I seem to remember I had this issue last time I was here. I couldn't quite tell where I was meant to go next. Up there, apparently. How do I get up there? Get another mushroom. Nom nom nom. Ooh! I know, I was thinking that was a blue butterfly then, but that was just Sparks, because he was blue. So there's an area up there. But how? But how? This is the way I came from. No, this is the way I came from. This is this little section out here. Was there... In fact, I seem to remember there was... Yeah, so there's a ledge over there. I can't reach it from here. Surely can't reach it from there. I mean, I wouldn't have said I could even reach it from here. Where's the ledge? Nope, 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 just killed myself. Yeah, there's no way I can reach it from there. So, around the other side somewhere? Oh, no. Oh, those have come back. Dang it. Ooh. Lost track of the camera then. Ow. Flame. I mean, I don't need to be in this area. Oh no, I can't get back out. What am I missing? guy. Oh. I'm definitely missing something, aren't I? And I remember having this exact issue last time I played this level, and I can't remember how to solve it. There's like a window or something I've missed. Can't believe I had this exact issue and can't remember how I did it. Well, I guess we can try from here, but I don't think that's not gonna, no, that's not gonna work. I'm not gonna reach. Let's have a look from here, see if we can see any. I mean, there's a doorway that comes out there. I can never reach that platform from there, can I? That's too high. I wonder if I should just do it. Because that's one thing that frustrates me sometimes when I'm watching other people playing video games. Why is my computer just turned off? I'm sure it's plugged in. Yes, it is indeed plugged in. Oh, but it wasn't connected properly for some reason. What's happening here? Oh man. Sorry about this. Let's try that again. Any tips? Am I missing something obvious? Feel free to say, I don't mind. I mean, I often like to work it out on my own, but it must be something fairly straightforward. Like I say, I had this exact same problem last time I played, and I can't remember what the solution was. Sorry, I was on the phone. Mum is trying to convince me to get my flu jab dish. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea, but that's not for me to say. But yeah, no, I'm just running around this haunted towers. There's definitely another section, so I can see that up there. And I remember having this trouble the last time I played this this level, but I can't remember how to do it. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty surprising that you're terrified of needles. I suppose it's a different type of needle that you use for tattooing. But yeah. Well, you know, it's your choice, so you know, nobody should make you do something that you're terrified of doing. Literally, I'm missing something obvious, aren't I? How do I get up there? Come on. Can I fly? I'm definitely missing something obvious. Ow. Otherwise, I'm just going to be stuck on this level forever. I feel like that humming. I mean, that's a dragon, isn't it? So that's a a trapped dragon. That's a clue that there is another section, but how do I get... I'm just gonna... I'll tell you what. I'm gonna try and make the jump from here. It's not gonna work. I'm going to die, but it's better than running around in circles not knowing what to do. No, there's no way I can make that. Are you trying to get the skill point? No, I've got the skill point. I've done the wizard hat, the blue wizard hat, but there's another section of this level that I can't remember how to get to. So I haven't 100%ed it yet. So, I mean, so look, there's a gap up here, and that's definitely another area. But I think that's obviously how you get back down here once you've gone up there. And Sparks is telling me there's gems up there, but I cannot remember how to get there. And I've said a few times, last time I played this, I couldn't work out how to get there. Supercharged ramps. Well, it's always the answer, isn't it? So there's this one. Oh, not that one. This way. But what do I do with it? Nope, wrong way. So I meant to go... Okay, so let me try and figure it out then. So obviously I meant to go through here. Oh! Go right and go outside once you come down the ramp. Okay. So down here. And right through here. Once you're outside, go left. Okay, so right. Let's give it a go. Seems very convoluted way. This is starting to... Oh, hello. Sorry, right first and then left. This is starting to jog my memory a bit, but I still... It really hasn't been that long since I've played it, and I really should be able to remember. And I must have figured it out last time, because I didn't look up anything last time I played. This is not going well. So... in my first stream, I couldn't glide, and apparently in this one I can't charge. Oh my goodness. Whereas in the last stream, my charging was actually pretty good. So I want to go right in the second door. Oh, come on. Talk amongst yourselves for now. And hook. There we go. Ah, nearly charged off the edge then. Thank you very much. Yeah, I am just about remembering that, but I feel like it should have come back a little bit quicker than it did. Hello! Thanks!
You've become a master of the supercharge. Great work!
Thank you very much. I have Daisy1210 to thank for that. Oh, that's just some post. Yep. Kaboom! Is there a... Oh, so that's the way back down. No problem if it makes you feel any better. I wasted many lives trying to get a wizard on a ledge in Magic Crafters because I couldn't charge properly. No, it's the luck of the draw. It's so hard to control them. Control Spyro, sorry, while you're charging. Oh, leave me alone. Oh, oh yeah. This one. Where I basically have to run. I have to get past them all before he wakes them up, don't I? Oh, but can I make them oh yeah. Okay, so I was going to say, can I make them reset without killing myself? Move faster, Spyro, come on! No! Oh, I don't think I've done it. Run! No! For goodness sake. Yeah, today's not my day for Spyro, definitely. Pahu, thanks for, I hope I said that right. Thanks for joining my stream. So Pahu says I definitely have to cheat for that part too. Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, last time I did it, last time I completed this game, I didn't look anything up. So I must have figured it out, but it probably took me a while and I wasn't willing to take that long on stream. But I feel like I should have remembered because it hasn't been that long. No. Oh. It hasn't been that long since I played it, so I should have remembered myself, but I didn't. But that's why we have friends. To tell us where we went wrong. Okay, come on, Spyro. Nope. Get stuck. Oh, yes! Waha! I made it through. Let's get these guys. Yeah. Oh, so I've got it like permanently now, but only for this level. I seem to remember that last time. I was like, yay, I can be really cool glowy purple dragon for the rest of the game, and then when you leave, it resets. Is that not all the gems? Pahu says, I played this game for the first time with Reignited. 2 and 3 I played a lot as a kid. Yeah, similar to me. I played 2, so Ripto's Rage, or I think it was called Gateway to Glimmer here, a lot as a kid. I played it pretty much. In fact, I think I did beat it as a kid, or maybe not quite. But yeah, so when I got this one, the Reignited Trilogy, I played 2. I completely played 2. And I didn't play 1 or 3 all the way through until very recently. And then I platinumed them because I wanted to sort of do as much as I could on them. But I decided I wanted to do some streaming for it as well. But yeah, Ripto's Rage was definitely my as a kid one. Where are these last gems? Oh, are they in the other area? They must be, yeah. So I'm gonna have to do that leap again. Damn it. Or, do you remember those 2 at the beginning? I mentioned that I might have missed. Let's have a look for those. 3 was always my favorite, but replaying them as an adult, I'd have to rate 2 the highest. 1 is not quite as good in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, actually, because I did play a little bit of 1, I think, not really as a kid, but a few years ago, like as a PS1 classic. So I played it, and I had played most of 2. 3 I never touched. I didn't touch 3, so Year of the Dragon, until, is it this way? No, it's not this way. I didn't touch Year of the Dragon until the Reignited Trilogy. For that reason, I think it's probably not my favorite, because it doesn't have that nostalgia feel. Not saying it's not a good game, it's a great game. But yeah, it doesn't have that sort of feeling of nostalgia. So yes, I agree. I think 2 is probably my favorite. 1, though, I do enjoy for reasons sort of that are particular to it. I think it is simpler, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think some bits are harder, but I think it's more kind of straightforward. Like each level you can go through, you can 100%, you can do it all in one go. Whereas like with 2 and 3, you have to sort of unlock new abilities or new characters and then go back to older areas, which gives it replayability, but somehow sort of it adds another not unnecessary element, but with 1 it's a bit more simple, and I like that. So it's kind of, it's not better for that reason, but I like it as a comparison to 1 and 2. I'd say 2 and 3. Simpler isn't a bad thing, but in this case I would say it is. Fair enough. But I mean, I think the reason, of course, that it is simpler is because it was the first game. So they were putting together sort of new ideas, new mechanics and that sort of thing. And then 2, they built on it. But yeah, I mean, like even in the cutscenes and stuff like that, if you played the original and like the voice acting and stuff, you can tell this is just, it was just a silly fun game that they put together. And then when it was really popular, obviously they put a little bit more effort into it. But yeah, no, they're all good games, I think. So that took me 33, so let's say 32 minutes. Right, what is next? Icy Flight, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I'd never played 1 all the way through until the Reignited Trilogy. I'd played it before, I just hadn't played it all the way through. Right. Whee! Icy Flight is on the other side of the... So I've done Dark Passage. Icy Flight is this way? Or is it up top? Oh! Oh, it's up there, isn't it? Yeah, so I have to go this way. Oh! Leave me alone. So yeah, Icy Flight's over there. Let me up, let me up. One thing I did notice with 3 is the flying levels, they're a lot easier than 1 or 2. I mean, from the fact that they even tell you, so at the beginning Sparks tells you the order to do the things in. I mean, it's not the quickest, so if you're going for like a best time, it's not necessarily good to go in that order. But, oh, I shouldn't have gone this way. But yeah, he tells you which way is kind of a good way to go. Oh, I remember Icy Flight being very tricky, so this might take me a while. Because I've got all of them in here. Damn, yeah, I need to kind of learn my way around again. Okay, so I've got all the... Oh, I was just about to say I got all the barrels. And I was expecting that charge to work and it didn't. This is going well. And that last one. Okay, so let's try that again. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was talking with a friend about this recently, and they said 1 definitely had the hardest flying levels. I haven't played 2 that recently. I remember 2 being hard, but I think possibly that's just the skill points. So actually completing the flying levels on 1 is the hardest. But if you're going for the skill points on 2, they're pretty darn hard as well. Come on. I can't even remember. Oh, how did I miss him? I can't even remember where the chests are. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and the lanterns. I think let's start with the lanterns and the chest. So there's another chest down there. Oh, how did I not light that one? The rules in Spyro for like getting the things are not always obvious. Because I mean, I would say I definitely hit that one, but for some reason it didn't count it. Whee! Oh, I've still missed one. So which one was it I missed? And I missed a chest as well. This didn't go well. Oh, that's the one I missed. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to restart this. So Pyro says, I got frustrated and actually used the cheese strat I found for some of the flights. I was playing on PC with the controller and noticed if you turn with the mouse and the controller at once, you can turn way faster. Fair enough. I think they patched that out. I think there were some issues early on with the controller turning, though to be fair, it was basically impossible to do some of the slide areas in 3 without cheating. Fair enough. I mean, some of them are tricky. It's like, I wonder if, because obviously when the games were originally made, the mechanics of movement and stuff might not have been up to like modern standards for the way you control a character. And the difficulty is when you remake a game, do you leave those things in, or do you make the mechanics better, but then in turn make... Oh, come on, turn! Why won't you turn? By making the mechanics better, you actually make the game easier. And then I think that's a difficult... As a developer remaking a game, you know, is that... Are you going to get fans who are like long-time fans who are disappointed by it being actually easier? And I mean, I just think I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, because I wouldn't have to make that. I wouldn't want to have to make that decision, is what I'm trying to say. So trying to talk and flying at the same time turns out is tricky. So where's the lantern I've missed? Is that big one up there? Or is it one near the beginning? No, it's this one. This one. Damn. Oh, this is gonna be close. Which way do I go? this way. Oh, come on. No, you didn't let me have them then. This one's, yeah, it's definitely going to be close. Come on. Where's the last one? Gotcha. Okay, I've done it. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. So Pahu says, yeah, it's tough. I play classic World of Warcraft, and that has been a huge issue for the devs. Do you patch things that are clearly bugs or exploits, or leave them as it was because that's the way it was? Yeah, I mean, exactly. Daisy says, don't get me started on the classic. I miss heirlooms and speedy leveling. I mean, I think that was something similar in Demon Souls as well. So obviously the new Demon Souls that's come out on the PS5, there was a duplication glitch, and loads of people, especially like people new to it who weren't that good, or like found it tough, I should say, they used that, and it was quite a neat way of leveling up quickly. But they took it out of the remake, which, you know, it was a glitch, so you know, that's fair enough. But I think a few people were a bit disappointed because it was like an integral part of the game for them. Daisy says, well done, I'll admit I've never done any of the flying levels as I can't steer. Yeah. I mean, they're definitely the hardest parts of the Spyro games, without a doubt. But I mean, it's just persistent, really. It's not even really being that good at it. Just keep doing it until you get it. Right. Where are we? So 43 minutes, I think it is then. Right, so next is the boss of the area, Jacques. Did I make it? Yes. Awesome. I think I have to do... Yes, I have to do him perfect. Jacques in the box. So yeah, I have to get a perfect on him. Not in the level, but on him specifically. So we'll see. Oh, these guys. Oh, this is most certainly not my favorite level. Again, the boss, in fact, is easier than the rest of the level. You nearly got me. Nearly got me. Oh, hello. Did you leave a gem up there? That was a bit inconsiderate. Now I have to go back for it. Thank you. Right. Oops. Ow. Alright. Trying to remember the layout of this level. No. Come back here. Let me up. I think this is the way to... Is it the way to Jacques? Yes, it is. So I'll do the rest of the level first, and I'll come back and do him. Oh, I need a key for that. Oh, no you don't. Oh, I just noticed that. That guy was sharpening his claws then. That's pretty cool. It's a neat little touch. Ow. Go away. And this way. Oh, oh. Nearly charged off the edge there. Oh, no, let me up. Oh, there we go. There is the key. Oh no. Knew that was gonna happen. Power says, though I don't play it, I approve of the way RuneScape Classic handles it. They simply do a community poll on any controversial changes. Democracy wins. Well, yeah, I guess that's one way of doing it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence because, I mean, I think, you know, obviously video games are made for the consumer. So you kind of, like any service, I guess you wanna do what the consumer wants, and that's how you sell stuff, I guess. If the consumer doesn't like it, then they're not going to buy it. But also, I think developers have a certain vision about stuff, and I don't think you should necessarily talk and glide at the same time, because it apparently doesn't work. No, I mean, if a developer has a particular thing in mind or wants a game to be played a particular way, I think that sometimes should take precedence over what people who are playing the game want. But then, that's not always the case. How do I get that one to come down? I still need those gems though. It's definitely gravity that kills me in this game more than anything else. Gone. So there's obviously a jester or a fool around here. Not you, because you lift that up. So where's the fool that does that one? So this guy over here? I guess it must be. Yes, it is. Yeah, I agree with you, but in this case the devs make the polls so they wouldn't put it in the option if they weren't. Yeah, I mean, no, I agree with you. I think, you know, and obviously if it's their choice, then that's fine. But it depends on the type of game you have, especially, I guess, MMOs. The whole game is the community, isn't it? You take away the players and there's nothing really left. So you obviously want to make sure that people are getting what they want. Which way do I go first? Oh. Let's go this way. But yeah, no, I'm really impressed with the way Toys for Bob remade this, especially because they had to make it from the ground up. They didn't have, if I remember correctly, when the game came out, they said they didn't really have the original coding either, and they didn't have access to it. So they had to build it from the ground up. But it's a great, and it like they've done it so well because of that. Oh no, no, oh, that was close. How did I survive that? Yeah, I can't think of a single complaint I have about the remake yet. I mean, same. I wouldn't call it a complaint, but I did come across a few bugs the other day. Like I got killed by an invisible Nork, and I was like, something's hitting me. What's hitting me? But no, that's not really a complaint. You know, that sort of thing happens, and as long as it's not happening all the time, that's fine. I don't know why I went that way again. I'm supposed to be heading back this way, I think. Oop. Right. So if I go this way, this should get me back, or get me to Jacques. Oh, no. Oh, I can make it. I'm just gonna run past. Oh no, I can't run past you guys. Oh, and I've got the key now. Yay! Okay. But no, I mean, with the Spyro games, there didn't seem to be any major, like, controversial issues, like, for instance, with the Crash Bandicoot games, with the hitboxes and stuff, and then actually admitting that it was technically harder.
A wise dragon once told me aim high in life, but watch out for...
Oh, actually I have one, the design of the brother and sister in karate level in 3. Do you mean Handel and Greta? I don't remember what they were like in the original, because they were in 2 as well. They were in Ripto's Rage. Well, I quite liked... Oh, they were creepy, yes, but I quite like their design. I'm going to need to do this again now to get the skill point for perfect. Annoyingly? Oh well, it's fine. Come on, let me up. But yeah, no, I quite like the... I quite like the creepiness of them. Which I know seems a bit weird, but... I don't know, sometimes you're in the mood for creepy things. Damn, he hit me once, and that means I have to come back and do it again. Oh. Okay, so at least I've got the... So I've 100%ed it. 54. 37. But I have to do him perfect. In the original they had big bug eyes with like Powerpuff Girls or something. Maybe that didn't translate well. Yeah, and that's another thing with remakes as well, because obviously with simpler sort of graphics and stuff like that, stuff didn't have to be so detailed, and so therefore it was more cartoony. As things become more detailed, you have to fit the cartooniness into that new detail, and I think that's probably quite hard for developers as well. Because yeah, they have to fill in the gaps basically. So where stuff wouldn't have been designed, wouldn't have been there before because the console or whatever it was couldn't handle it, they actually have to fill in those gaps. Ooh, there was one thing actually. Again, it's not a complaint because I understand the reasoning for it. But there's a level in Ripto's Rage, and when I get to that in my streams, I will definitely point it out. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a bit where there's some guys chanting, and they use that to sort of lull some goats to sleep, I think, or something like I can't remember. I can't remember. All I know is there's some guys that are chanting and there's some goats in that level. And let me concentrate now for a second. No, don't hit me. So my complaint, non-complaint, is the fact that they chant really weirdly in the original. So they kind of do this like why yai yai yai, and it sounds stupid, but it was like something that really reminded me of the game, and I was kind of looking forward to it when the remake came out. And when I got to that level, when they chanted, it sounded different, and I was like, no, I know it sounds technically better. It sounds a little sort of less simplified, but I really liked it. No, come on. Oh no. Right, go on, we can do this. Yeah, oh, the noise. I've seen people say they don't like the new version. Yeah, I don't know. No, I mean, yeah, I don't know, I guess. But with everything else changing, with like the music changing and a lot of the sound effects and stuff changing, I can understand that they changed the chanting as well, because it fit, like the new chanting fits in better with the rest of the sounds in the game, and it would sound a bit out of place if they left it with the original. So I understand the reason for changing it, but I mean, it was definitely a me thing, because it was just like, oh, this is something that reminds me of the nostalgia I got from playing that game, or the enjoyment I got from playing the game. But, you know, I don't mind the fact that they changed it. It's just, it would have been an extra hit of nostalgia if they hadn't, that's all. Right, Sparks is on green. Oh, come on. I was going to say Sparks is on green, but now I have no Sparks. I should get him back. And the mushroom. I'm wondering if, because with those boxes, the gifts that Jack throws at you, I wonder if strafing might be a better idea. Ooh. That one came closer to hitting me than I thought it would. Okay, I'm going to focus. Now I say I'm getting overcautious now. Oh no! Come on! Yeah, you might well laugh. Oh dear. I don't know if that counts. Like if I beat him now, will that count as me not having done it perfectly? Oh, well that would count. I don't remember him being so hard. I'm sure the first time, like literally the first time I played this on the Reignited Trilogy, I think I did him. I got the skill point first time. I don't know why this is giving me such trouble today. Because I'm just in a chill mood, you see. I'm not concentrating too much. I'm having a chat. Yeah, let's blame it on that. I'm not moving on until I get it though. And I was hoping to get this game done today. We'll see if that happens. I know you have to get perfect in Nasty Nork as well, which is... it's tricky. Bahu says, I believe. Well, I thank you very much for your belief. I believe it. I mean, I know I'm going to get it, definitely. I don't know how many times it's going to take me, but I'm definitely going to get it at some point. If I've done it once, I can do it again. It's just those little boxes he throws at you. Oh, why? Why did that hit me? Oh, come on, Sparks, eat the butterfly. Right. I believe as well. We can do it this time. To be fair, I think if you... oh. Oh, come on! Oh, well, he's dead. Now, here's my question, right? So I've died here. I'm obviously going to respawn now. If I beat him now without getting hit, does that count as perfect? I guess there's only one way you find out. Or because he killed me, does that not count? Yeah. I would assume it does. Well, it does count because he killed me. So you think I have to restart the level? Well, I'm nearly finished beating him now. Oh, for God's sake! It's going well. It's going well. Oh, I see. You think I would have been okay? Okay, well. Right, I just have to keep on him. Don't let him throw anything. No! I pressed circle and he nearly didn't flame then. Come on. I've got this. No! I had landed. Come on. I was trying to charge once I landed. This should not be this hard. Feel free to facepalm, by the way. Oh, come on. For God's sake. He won't jump! Oh. This is like a Dark Souls boss. It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. This is not that hard. And I am just making it that hard. Right. Again, because I've died, I'm not sure if it counts or not, but we shall see. I need to make sure I land before I start charging. Okay, yay, I did it. I finally did it. Okay, well that answers that question then. So if you die and go back to the save point, you don't have to actually leave the level. I mean, I want to celebrate, but I feel like I shouldn't be celebrating because that should not have taken me as many tries as it did. Alright, okay, so, Mr. Balloonist, take me to Nasty Nork.
Spyro. I hope you know what lies in store for you.
I do.
Nasty's world is not the friendliest place you'll ever find.
I wouldn't expect it to be.
Are you ready to go?
Yes. I am ready to go. Right, so just over an hour into the stream. Hopefully it shouldn't take me an hour to... Cause I call this the 100% challenge. I remembered, of course, that the first game, Spyro the Dragon, is 120%, so fully completed. So fingers crossed, it shouldn't take me an hour to get to 120%, but we'll see, I guess. It depends how close I am. If I'm pretty close, I might finish this today. Yeah, 3 is I mean, what a random number. 3 being 117. For goodness sake. No more, I'm just trying to get this gem. Yeah, 117%. Just a very, very random number, but oh well. I got to 117 and I was like, am I done?
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro.
I like it, it's quirky. Fair enough.
Bring him on. I'm ready.
But I'm like, was it intentional? Probably not. I mean, obviously with the remake, they probably just did it like the original was. But I guess the math works out the way they did it. But I wasn't listening to him at all. Okay, so I need to do Knock Cove first. So I think you can't 100% knock Nexus until you've beaten Nasty Knock, I think, because then you get a dragon to open Nasty's loot. We'll see. So that's the only one. That's the only area that you actually have to come back to 100% it in this game. I'll teach you for throwing stuff at me. Aha. How are we doing on skill points? So yeah, just one more skill point to go, and that is to get perfect on Nasty Knock. I think you get a trophy for not killing any rats in this as well, but I'm not going for trophies this time since I've already got them. They won't pop again. Can I make it there? Yes, I can. Nearly jumped off though. Nope. Go this way. There we go. Can I get this guy with this? Yes, I can. Can I get this guy? Oh no! Oops. Spyro says, okay, well I did a quick Google and apparently the extra 17% is Spyro 3 worked out mathematically with the bonuses you unlock, whereas an extra 20% in 1 doesn't make sense. Okay. Fair enough. So it doesn't work out mathematically, I guess, but to be honest, I don't mind. It feels neater to me. I mean, it seems a bit silly, because obviously 100% is 100%. You can't technically have 120%. Unless you have more of a game than the game. And if it's in the game, then it's part of the game, surely. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's just a bit of fun. But yeah, I guess the 117% in the third one made me think, oh, I haven't finished it yet. So I had to look at, and loads of people didn't know that it was 117%. There were loads of people going, what haven't I done? And quite a few people going, oh, I think you need to do this to get it to 120%, and I think you need to do this to get it to 120%. And then people were like, no, you're done now. Oops, I missed. Night night. Have a nice snooze. Oh, I was just about to headbutt that. Would not be a good idea. Oh yes, okay, so there's that one. I need to come back for that. What are you doing? Spyro just hopping around there. Ooh. I love headbutting these things. It is so satisfying for some reason. Oh. Clunk, clunk, clunk. There we go. Okay, what have we got next? Who wants some of my flames? So it's like one egg is worth a certain amount and a gem is worth a certain amount of percentage complete. When you hit the 100% mark, then they just added the bonuses on. Yeah, I think, I seem to remember in the last hub world in 3, I can't remember what it's called now, but that final hub world, I got to 100%. And I was like, but I don't have all the eggs. How can I have 100% of this? So I think there was an extra egg that took you to 120%, I think, in that final hub world, and then, like you say, that little bonus bit at the end. With the sorceress's loot area. Midnight Mountain, that's the one.
Wow, I never thought I'd be rescued. Especially by such a little dragon.
Hey!
What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
Sure.
Believe.
You gotta believe. Okay. Lots and lots of gems. Waha! Chain reaction. Hey! There's a key. I've said before, I always like finding the key before the chest. Especially when I can't find the key. Oh. Didn't think that last one was going to hit him then. Oh, I've missed an area, I think. Yeah, you get to charge money bags and get a bunch of gems back. Yeah, that was satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of have mixed feelings about it because actually doing it was satisfying. All those gems going back to you, but I kind of liked in 2 and 3 having money bags there because there was like a reason for collecting the gems. It wasn't just like for the sake of collecting. Ooh. Oh. You collected them so that you could pay money bags to unlock abilities or unlock new areas, that sort of thing. So I didn't mind having to pay him. He seemed a lot more obnoxious as well in 3 than he did in 2. But then again, it's been a while since I played 2, so... Right, North Cove has been completed. Twilight Harbor is next. Okay, does that open the next one up for me? Or did I have to actually exit the level? Damn, I think I had to actually exit the level. Oh, I had this trouble earlier. No shortcuts, Hugh, no shortcuts. Yeah, I had that trouble on in the Artisan's world because the mouth gate for Toasty wouldn't open up until I'd beaten all the lands, but the dragon outside the front basically said, "Oh, you need to beat one in order to get into the dragon's mouth." And I was like, "But I've done all of them." But yeah, it was because I hadn't actually used the exit level vortex. So that might be the same case here, so I have to do that. Damn, I was trying to save time. Oh, hello. I was trying to save time, but oh well. Let's see how quickly I can get to the end of the level. In fact, if I go this way, it should be a little bit quicker. I definitely got that, so I'd get it again? I didn't realize that. But if you got it once, that was it. But to be fair, in this game, I didn't really replay the levels a lot. Hup. Hup. Oh, I was just about to go. I wasn't meant to go this way, but I was. And it's silly to hold TNT, really, especially around the flaming dragon. This way? Like how there's like a long line of barrels just waiting to come up. Oh, there was a long line of barrels, it's not anymore. I'm pretty sure they're still going to keep coming. Oh, wrong way. So not that way. This way? Not this way. I've literally just done this level and I can't remember which way to go. It must be this way. Kablam! Okay, yeah, this is the way. Fingers crossed this works, otherwise I'm a little bit lost. Aha! Here we go. Twilight Harbor. Don't mind me, just having myself a biscuit. Oh yeah, this one's tough. Because these guys with the guns. I remember this being a big controversy. Because in the original, they actually fired bullets. And now they fire like paint blobs. And people were like, oh, they're dumbing it down too much, but I guess their argument was it looks Like obviously in the original, even though they were technically bullets, they didn't really resemble bullets that much. They were just kind of chunks of grey. Whereas with the added detail now, it would make it look a bit more realistic, I guess. And they didn't really want that for a kids game, which is fair enough. I mean, this isn't a kids game, what am I talking about? Oh. I actually find the bigger ones a little bit easier because they have a pattern to them. Whereas the smaller guys just shoot you. Shoot straight at you. Hey, Cosmos? Or Cosmos?
Thank you for rescuing
Cosmos.
me.
Ah, like that. Stop throwing stuff. It's mean. I'm trying to remember how I break that. I do remember finding... Oh yeah, there's a supercharge, that's right. The bane of my life in this game, supercharged. I actually find the supercharged bits a little bit more frustrating than the flight levels. I do actually really like the flight levels. You have to take your time, work out the best strategy, and then complete them. Oh, oh nope. Okay. So yeah. There is definitely a charge part here somewhere.
Be on the lookout for no commandos, Spyro.
Pahu says, oh, some people complain about this level because they replaced the bullets with Pinku. Yeah, so I was just saying that a couple of minutes ago. I hope you can still hear me, but yeah, I was saying that a couple of minutes ago. That a lot of people complained, but I think the Poe says, oh sorry, I was AFK. No, it's not a problem. But no, I was saying, I guess their argument was the fact that with the added detail, they would have had to make the bullets look more realistic, and they didn't really want that for a child's game, or a children's game. So that's why they kind of didn't do it, I guess. And then I said, but this isn't a children's game, it's for mature adults like me. No, oh, I missed it. I missed it. Whoop, gotcha. Got that as well. Oh, hang on, let's grab a rat. Something tasty to eat. Up. And then let's go back up there because I think there's some gems I missed. What? What? What happened? I like hit something in midair. I mean, in thin air. No. Damn it. Come on, little Spyro. You can do this. Yay, there we go. Alright. Grab the rest of these gems. Something out here? Oh yes, there is. Hello, anything here? Nope. No, I just got myself stuck now. I think that was it. Oh, apparently there's gems back there. Oh yeah, over here. Can't miss those. I'll have to come back for them. Just double check as I'm going past so there's no gems. No, there's nothing left here, so we shall move forward. Yeah. Time on. Okay, there's about half an hour left in the stream. Ooh, it might be a bit tight. Oh, no, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, leave me alone. I don't want to be shot. Ow. What did I just say? I just said I didn't want to be shot. And what did you go and do? You shot me. It's hardly very friendly. Oh. Yeah, these guys are definitely easier. Because you could just jump over them. Ah, whereas the little guys... Little guys just shoot straight at you. That was the little guy that got me then. Yeah. Ow! So yeah, this is going well. I need some more rats now. I was going to count deaths at the beginning of this, but I lost track after I'd fallen off a few cliffs. Cliffs? Cliffs. Right. Okay, he's done. Whoa! Come on. I did not, Pahu says I did not know that sparks could point out gems like that, or maybe I did know briefly and forgot. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some things that I forgot in this game that I was like, oh, I didn't know that, and then I kind of remembered later that I did. Yeah, if you hold in R3, so the left R3, L3, the left thumbstick on the Reignited Trilogy, it's definitely something they brought in. Yeah, he points out the gems, and if you're... Oh, I'll show you what happens when you've got all the gems in a level. He does a little twirl. Oh, no, no. Damn it. Yeah, that... Wow. So that would have been very helpful. Yeah, it saves a lot of time. When there's that one gem, you don't know where you've missed it. And it's definitely helped me sort of get to 100%. Oh, come on, in this playthrough, a bit quicker. See, and I killed him, and it still hurt me. These are definitely the toughest enemies in the game. I would say there's places I've died more, I've found more frustrating because of like the flight levels not being able to turn, or not being able to get the objectives in time. But yeah, those are probably the toughest enemies. So yeah, once you got all the gems in a level, you press in L3 and he does a little twirl like that to say, all done. Okay, Twilight Harbor is done. And so What am I on? 131. Okay, Nasty Nork is next. Come on, Nasty. So I have to get 100% in this, which is a little bit tricky, but I can definitely do it. I didn't know side rolling was a thing until Reignited either. I didn't know that either. I remembered when, because they were, I was watching a lot of the trailers and the gameplay and stuff before the game actually came out, and I remember them talking about the side strafing. And I definitely didn't do it when I was a kid, and I can't remember, to be honest, at this point, whether it was actually in the original games. It was just in one in the original. Okay, fair enough. But I mean, I don't use it that often. There's definitely times where it's useful, and I still don't use it that much because I just don't use it very often, so I kind of end up forgetting about it. Alright, let's have you. Gotcha. Ooh, I don't usually get him that quickly. Alright, so then he opens up. Really don't think it's that useful. Probably why they didn't keep doing 3. Yeah. I mean, again, it's probably useful for like with Jacques. I probably could have used it a little bit more to dodge his attacks. And possibly here with Nork. Oh no! Well, that counts as not getting it perfect. I'll beat him once and then I'll come back and do it perfect the next time because I want to make sure I've got all these gems and stuff. Where's Sparks? Oh, he must have been green. Darn. Oh, I thought I was going to get him then. Oh, there he is. Okay. Alright, let me go back to that other gem. I'll worry about getting the gems first. Because I know Nork can be quite tricky to get perfect on. Give me this gem. I think that's all the gems, and I can't check because I've got no sparks. Yeah, let me just get these. And you have to keep up with him pretty well in order for him not to just leg it round again. Got all those. Got that one. Is there something up there? No? Okay. Maybe charged off the edge there. I hate the fact that no matter how well you're doing, he always stays ahead of you until... Oh no! I'm not doing that well. But yeah, he always stays ahead of you until he jumps onto that final platform. Right, okay, so... I'm just gonna let him kill me now. That's ridiculous. I was just getting my bearings and he just shot me. Right. Come on, Sparks. Me and you can do this. We got this. Right. Gotcha. Okay, so that's the first key. That will open this first door. Oh, hang on. Where's the door here? Oh, I was hoping to get him quick as well. Yes, gotcha. Alright, so I don't have to do the whole run around. In fact, oh, there's gems left. What have I missed? Nope. Oh, they're up there. Okay. Open this. Can't remember what I was saying now. Let's just focus on Nork for now. Nasty. Ooh, nearly dropped down. Am I close enough? He is quite a way ahead, to be fair. Oh. Oh no. Damn. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get him. Well, I might do. Yes, gotcha. Oh no. This bit's quite tricky. Oh, 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 yes, gotcha. Perfect as well. Good.
You're toast, Nork.
Yay! Technically, the game is finished, but I will get it to 120% as well. Daisy says, well done. Pahu says, nice one. Thank you very much, guys.
Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Ganasty?
He can be quite tricky.
Nasty Nork is toast.
But yeah, like I said, he doesn't, like, if the faster you go,
Well, mostly.
the faster he goes until he lands on that
You do next.
that bit where you can actually flame him.
I'd say the sky's the limit.
I'd say. Shush! We don't talk about Jack. Oh no, I mean, Jack should not have been that hard. Definitely not. Can I skip through this? Oh yeah. Try Echo. I just think I was letting him get to me, to be fair. Okay, I think this is the last dragon. Magnus! Hey, I've saved you before.
Ancient history now. So what's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard, but the gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
All dragons found. Well, I have reached 100% now. It's 141. Okay, so Nasty Nork. Oh, I just did that as well. I didn't make a note of the time. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's say 140. Right, Nasty's loot. So I should be. Yes, so game total 100%. So if I do the Nasty's loot area, that should get me up to 120. There's about 20 minutes left in the stream, so I should be able to get it done. It shouldn't take me 20 minutes to do that. Okay, so I know this has a bit of a puzzle element to it. Because I can't go higher than a certain level until I've unlocked certain areas, I believe. Give me that key. See, I can't fly higher than these steps for now. Come back, come back, come back. Come back, little thief. Stop your thieving ways. Oh, I nearly had him then. Always feels like a little bit of a cheat to flame them, but oh well. Makes it a little bit quicker. Can't get up there yet. Spyro can't jump that high, nope. Oh, hello, I forgot I could fly. So can I go higher now? No. Yes? No? I'll go here. There's definitely one of those doors I'm supposed to open, and then I can fly higher. Is it in here? Oh, there's another thief in here, I think. I'm sure I'm supposed to chase like a thief on an airplane through here. Oh. Can I get up there now? No. There's definitely a door. Can't go higher than that. Okay, let's have a fly around. But I can't reach that door yet. So one here. Yes, here it is. And I have to see where I can reach now. I know I should be charging him, but that was kind of fun. I think it would have taken me a while to catch up though. Okay, where's next? So this door here. Definitely hearing a plane. There he is. Come back here. Come back, you menace. Oh, hey, he sped up. You can't do that, that's cheating. Assume if I fly the other direction, he's gonna... What? I think either Spyro or the camera got caught on something then. What? Did he go over the top that time? Anyway, let me look at other stuff in the meantime. How do I unlock that? Oh, there's a rocket. That should unlock that one. There should be another rocket. Be another rocket to unlock this one. Well, that's higher up. Is it? Probably. Oh, that was that was easy. I thought he was going to turn around. Hop, hop, hop. Aha, there's the one I was thinking about down here. Come here. Don't fly faster. Oh, that was a nifty move. Under the pipes. Am I gonna have to go the other way? To catch up with him? Nope. What? My flames go straight through him, apparently. There we go. Oh, nearly hit that then. Where's the next door? I was in that tunnel, wasn't it? That I opened. Damn, he just did a speedrun boost off you. Yeah, he did a bit. He was just like, let me use you for a bit of leverage. Can I go up there? No. So I guess that was just to unlock the higher flying ability. A higher section of the game. There we go. Oh, there's another rocket here. So let's hit that one. Are we nearly there? Oh, there's still this one. Oh, there's gems over there as well. So there's this rocket. While we're over this way, I'll get these gems. Anything else in here I should know about? No? Okay. See, this is where Sparks comes in really handy. Tell me where those last few gems are. Whee! Aha! Oh, he's got lots of fan mail. Do you think he wrote all those letters himself? Look at all of those gems. Hey, 2000 of 2000, 100% level complete. So that was 150 with 10 minutes to spare. So, game total 120%. I think if I return home, it will play the last cutscene. Looking cool there, Spyro.
You've defeated Ganasty Ganor, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom.
Yeah, it was nothing.
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the dragon world, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my dragon days butting heads with Nasty Nork and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
What's a minion?
You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Nasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent.
Was he? Ah.
Here we go again.
Hey. Pahu says, do you feel fulfilled? Of course. I always feel fulfilled when I've ticked stuff off a list. But yeah, no, 120%. That's what I like to see. Are you going to stream Ripto's Rage next? Yes. I don't think there's any point in starting it today. I've just got 10 minutes left in the stream. So I'll probably just do a bit of running around in the Artisan's Kingdom. But yes, I will be streaming Ripto's Rage. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming... tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Bloodborne, so that's at 1 PM. and I'm going to be streaming Bloodborne again on Friday. But yeah, on Thursday I'll be streaming Spyro, more Spyro, and it will be Ripto's Rage. And like I said, it's my favorite Spyro game, so I think I'm going to enjoy that. And it's been a while since I've played it, so don't expect me to remember where everything is, because that really has been a while. I mean, it really hasn't been that long since I played this game, and I couldn't remember where everything was, so. But yeah. Oh, another life. I don't need that. I might. Let's just have a quick go at Sunny Flight again. That could be a bit of fun. Just before we end the stream. Pahu says, just remember you can charge the turtles away from the pot. You don't just have to flame them. Ooh, okay, so that, I'm guessing that's in reference to a particular mini game in Ripto's Rage. Now, it rings a bell. You saying that rings a bell, but I can't remember specifically what it is. So I will try to remember that fact when I get to the point you're referring to. Oh, I definitely did not pick the best order for this. The most unnecessarily hard minigame. Because you didn't know. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think stuff is hard just because you don't. Like the game doesn't really tell you how to do it, but I mean, which I guess is part of the puzzle, isn't it? Part of the game is figuring out how to do it, but sometimes you can assume a certain way of doing it and make it just a little bit too difficult for yourself, really. Chests. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely not the quickest way to do this map. But yeah, the number of times, particularly with like the From Software games like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff like that, number of times I've watched people play them and not do something you were supposed to do because they just assumed. So I've literally heard the number of times I've heard people say, "Oh, if I did this, it wouldn't work," or "Oh, I can't do that, obviously." And I'm just sitting there going, "No, that's the way you're supposed to do it." So yeah, I mean, assumptions can really make things more difficult for you sometimes. Poe says, I assumed you couldn't as you can't with any of the other turtles in the mission. I mean, that's a fair assumption then. I did beat it on hard mode though. Oh, well done. That was well done then. I mean, was that after you figured out you could charge them, or did you actually manage to beat it on hard mode even though you were still flaming them? Either way, it's pretty good. Ba-ding. Maybe let's have a go at Night Flight. That's always a fun one. Oops. Took my hand off the controller for a second. I went about this an interesting way. Ooh. Which one of those came first? They all looked like the same. They were in the same order. Or in the same... Oh, no. I thought I might be on for beating my previous time then, but not anymore. How far off was I? Best time 118, so quite a way off actually. Poe says, no, I only realized you could do it after I beat it, as I looked up a video to see how others did it because it seemed so out of place hard to me. Well done for completing it on hard mode when you didn't know the easiest way to do it. I'm guilty of this assumption thing a lot when I'm playing games. I will just totally rule something out in my mind and never never think to do it. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are. I mean, I was definitely making assumptions earlier about that. So that level I couldn't work out how to get into the sort of the extra section. And to make sure I wasn't making an assumption about it, I did try it. But of course, then I killed myself because I was right. I couldn't make it just by gliding. I had to do a supercharge. So thanks again, Daisy1210, for helping me out with that. Right, so I'm probably going to end the stream there. So let's have a look, actually. Total time, 5 hours and 50 minutes it has taken me to do it. Obviously nowhere near, well, I haven't looked up speed runs for this, but I'm guessing they do it in like half an hour or something, so obviously nowhere near sort of a speed run sort of time, but I think that's the quickest I've done it. I think the last time I did it, in fact, I can go back, let's quit out. Save slot, so this was the last one I did, and let's load in, see how long it took me last time. See how long it took me. So just under 6 hours it took me, and to do it this time across 3 streams. One of the streams was a 3-hour stream, but across 3 streams. So this is the last time it took me about, well, nearly 8 hours. So I've dropped off like a couple of hours off that time, so nearly a couple of hours. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. Thank you very much for joining me. Daisy1210 says, I'm nearly at 5 hours and not even finished Magic Crafters yet. Like I said, I've done it recently, so obviously that was the 7 hours and 39 minutes. So I kind of knew where stuff was for the most part, and I had people to help me along the way. Pahu says, good stuff. I dropped a follow. Thank you very much. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that loads. Yeah, so more Spyro on Thursday and Bloodborne as well. So join me for that too. Once I've completed both these games, I'll be playing other games, probably similar things. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, thanks again for joining me, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your days.